track reviews.
Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, and thank you for watching Track Reviews, where we talk about the latest in rock, pop, electronic, and experimental music of the independent persuasion. Kinda happy. Track Reviews is really making a comeback, guys. On yesterday's video I got a ton of requests for this track, and before I talk about it, there are a few things that I want to mention to you. Album of the week, King Khan and the Shrines, What Is? Fantastic LP. Number 2, Future Islands have a new music video for a split single they've got out on Friends Records. You could watch that at our website, theneedledrop.com, and also there are a couple links to where you can download 2 Atlas Sound B-side and covers and rarities albums. And the thing is, a lot of y'all were asking me to review those. Maybe it's in the cards, maybe it's not. Short review, if you're into Atlas Sound, you will probably like it. And also on theneedledrop.com, you could stream the first off album, compilation, whatever you want to call it. It's their first 4 EPs. If you're into hardcore punk, you owe it to yourself to put your ears on this. Links to all those, D-Box. There's one more thing I want to mention. The Jam recently reissued one of their most popular albums, Sound Effects. There you go. It's a deluxe version, has a second disc of all sorts of demos and alternate versions and single versions of tracks. I mean, one of the band's favorite LPs of mine is actually This Is the Modern World. So most definitely check out either this, or the band's first album if you're into that early punk and new wave sound. Cut Copy. They are an Australian outfit who a lot of people call electropop, alternative dance music, but I wouldn't exactly say that was the case after the last track review I did of their new single, Where I'm Going. Where I'm Going had a surprisingly 60s pop rock sound to it, though it did have a lot of modern editing techniques that kept it from sounding old hat. The song was kind of a departure, and the question on everyone's mind is, what is this new album going to sound like? Well, hopefully this new single, Take Me Over, clears that question up, maybe just a little bit. I don't know. Link in the D-Box to listen. Let's go. Well, alright. Okay. Is this upcoming Cut Copy LP going to have an identity crisis, or what? In comparison to Where I'm Going, this song is a little bit more of a return to that dance style of music that we're used to hearing from these guys, for sure. But it's not exactly doing an electro-pop thing. It's more of an 80s new wave vibe. I mean, the airy synthesizers are reminding me of Gary Newman. I'm hearing parts that I just think Thompson Twins, Tom Tom Club, even some of the drum fills were reminding me of like Toto or something. And I'm not saying those are influences, just merely pieces of sound from that era that are kind of just rolling through my head as this song plays. And of course, if you're going to mention new wave and Australia in the same breath, you have to mention Men at Work. Now, even though I'm digging this track a little bit, there were things about it that kind of reminded me of Where I'm Going. The thing about this song is, it's very, very well written. It's very well structured. The band makes sure to introduce just enough sound into each piece of the song so that it doesn't feel repetitive. You have these guitar upstrokes kind of just adding a little bit of color, these foreign drum fills, these very soft synths just splashing against the mix. And of course you have all these other little quirky noises going on in the background, just kind of plinking away and adding just a fun little texture to this song. You have a synth solo, a heavy disco beat coming in on the drums. Over the bridge there's like jungle noises and stuff. It's a great sound. My issue is that I'm having a hard time just thinking, ooh, this is Cut Copy. It doesn't really feel like Cut Copy to me. Not that they should go back to their old sound. What I'm saying is, this doesn't really feel like they're putting a distinct sound on this, their stamp on this. It just feels like emulation. Now, emulation isn't necessarily bad. You don't have to be 100% original to make music that I like. Most certainly not the case. In fact, this thing copies a lot of cues from soul and funk music almost shamelessly. I'm feeling a decent 6 on this thing, just my opinion, nothing to freak out about, but nice to listen to. Wouldn't shut it off. Wouldn't tell a friend not to hear it. I hope I like the upcoming album a little bit more as a whole, but that's not going to happen until about February of next year. So, we wait. Anthony Fantano, cut copy, forever.